Hello, my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. We are back with Caller X Malice, Shiraishi's route. Let's go. He even bragged about how he had a pro chef to puree the natto and bind it into a patty shape so no one could tell. He went that far? That's no experiment. That's just an elaborate and mean-spirited prank. I pity the chef he made cook the patty too. Ugh, damn it. Even just thinking about it still makes my blood boil. I can guess how smug he looked when it happened. You bet. And get this. Even though we still see each other at crime scenes all the damn time, he still doesn't remember my name. I know. Isn't that horrible? He doesn't remember my name either. You too? At first I thought he was just disrespecting me because I'm a woman. But if I'm not the only one, I guess it's just default for him to disrespect everyone. He told me that he'd only use his brain to remember my name if it was necessary. I wouldn't put too much faith in that. This is Shiraishi we're talking about. True. If it's this bad, even for Sakuragawa, getting him to remember my name could be impossible. Deflating a little, I looked over at Mukai. Wait a minute. Thinking about it, Shiraishi does remember your name, right? Of course. I taped a massive poster of it to the middle of his desk and forced him to read it aloud every morning. He eventually memorized it. Wow, Mukai. You're one strong woman. From my point of view, then both of you are being much too passive. If necessary, I suggest a good slap to the face or a boot to the posterior. You go that far? I hear she really did kick him in the butt at least once. I attempted to, at least. He dodged at the last second. I was so close. Seeing her grit her teeth and clench her fist, I could tell that had honestly frustrated her. The drinks continued to come, and the three of us got really into our conversation. A particularly brave young lady actually came to and gave the director some Valentine's chocolates. Of course, he said he wasn't hungry and promptly threw them away on the spot. Can you believe that? If he was just going to throw them away, he could have simply not accepted them in the first place. Every year, there's some poor naive new girl who gets crushed like that. He's handsome for a jerk. True, but what's truly important is what's on the inside. After meeting him, I truly believe that. Hearing the things he says makes me want to lecture him on goodness and conscience. Psst. Huh? The booth next to ours had been quiet, but then I heard one of them fail to stifle laughter. Enomoto, shh, not so loud. Things are getting interesting. Sorry, Shiraishi. I couldn't help it. Hearing that made me stiffen as a cold finger of dread slid down my spine. Shiraishi? I desperately hoped I'd misheard, but the voice had sounded all too familiar. But we could see the door from here. We would have seen them walk in. Unless they've been there since before we've arrived. We'd been talking about Shiraishi the whole time. None of it had been flattering. What's wrong, ladies? Never mind us. Please continue. I felt the blood drain from my I felt the blood drain from my face as Shiraishi peeked over the booth divider. Hell, could this be any worse? Though Sakuragawa looked distinctly uncomfortable, Mukai hadn't budged an inch. Oh, director, you're here? I hadn't noticed you. Yep. We were having a little meeting of our own when we heard some familiar voices. That was a fun conversation you three were having. Really? Shamelessly eavesdropping on a lady's conversation. You haven't a shred of dignity. Wait, you're a lady? Since when? As far as I know, ladies don't try to burn their superiors. Given my superior, It can't be helped. If you don't want to be bad-mouthed, don't be you. The back and forth between Shiraishi and Mukai was so frigid that just listening to them made me shiver. Shiraishi had a smile on his face, but I wonder what he's really feeling right now. It's scary not knowing how to read a person.
That's enough, Shiraishi.
Probably tired of their antics, Yanagi got up and came over, Inamoto trailing behind.
Yeah, bro, I mean, can you really blame him for saying some of that stuff?
Oh, those are some big words from you, Inamoto.
Urgh. I wasn't saying I agreed with them. No, nuh-uh, not me.
Inamoto, don't dump all the blame on me.
Man, women can be scary. I mean, a bashing club? Seriously? Even the name is mean.
You have a problem with the name I chose? I see the director's associates are just as shameful and vexing as he is himself.
But, you know, now that I think about it, it's got a catchy ring to it. Yeah,
Oh, so you want to bash me too now? Is that it? Sure, go ahead. Bash me all you like.
Come on, Shiraishi. That was just a joke. Yeah, a joke. That's all.
And an exceptionally unfunny one at that. As an apology, you should perform a trick for us.
Huh?
Oh, a trick? I like that idea. Inamoto, explode for us, would you?
Explode? You want me to die?
Shut up already. You're making my booze taste bad.
Yep, I knew it.
Annoyed and not trying to hide it, Sasazuka walked up and kicked Inamoto in the shin.
Yow! No violence! No violence! Bullying is bad! Quit your shrieking, idiot. I'm not here for the show. I've got work to do. Tell that to Shiraishi. It's not my fault. He's just taking it out on me, that seaweed head.
There you go. That's the spirit. Keep it up. An argument preschoolers would be too mature for broke out between the two, Mukai egging them on.
Sheesh. And they call themselves adults?
Shaking her head in exasperation, Sakuragawa nonchalantly moved away from Shiraishi. Seems like the right time to escape. I followed, getting out of my seat, moving next to Yanagi. He seemed safer. I'm sorry about this, sir. Feeling awkward about the whole debacle, I bowed in apology. Yanagi shook his head, apologizing right back at me. So you all come here for drinks too?
Shiraishi came to the office earlier and told us to come with him to a bar because there was a really interesting conversation we could hear. I told him he can go by himself, but he got stubborn about it, saying if he went alone, he'd get stuck sitting at the bar instead of a booth.
The Shiraishi Bashing Club Coalition can almost always be found at this bar, you know. I slowly looked to my side, just in time to see Shiraishi, glass in hand, plunk down next to me. Why does he have to sit next to me? And Mukai was in a really foul mood today, given that it was a 100% certainty she would hold a meeting here tonight. So I came here early and settled in to wait, and just as I expected, you all showed up. I got to hear a really interesting conversation out of the deal, too. Now, I have a very clear idea of what you think of me. I was too scared to look at Shiraishi, but with him sitting next to me, I had no easy way to escape. This is awkward. Desperate for help, I looked over at Yanagi and begged him with a look to say something. Anything. Oh, right. Yanagi isn't a talkative person. Look at you fidget. You don't have to be scared. Nothing will happen. Easier said than done. My throat felt dry as a desert. I grabbed the glass in front of me and chugged it. Bugged by him staring at me, I didn't taste it. Downing the last drop, I slammed the glass on the counter. Hey. Yes? That was my drink, you know. You chugged it like a pro. I looked back at the counter. He was right. Next to the empty glass was my half-drunk soda. They're both a similar color. I guess you just got flustered. Mine was pretty strong, though. Huh? I'm sorry. Still confused about what had just happened, I tried to smooth over things somehow, but... Suddenly my face flushed with heat, and my eyelids felt like they'd been weighted with stones. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh? Then the world began to spin. Hoshino, you okay? Yes, sure. Bye. Night-night. Tingly, floaty warmth spread through my body. What was I doing again? Is someone petting my hair? I wonder who it was. It felt nice. You're almost like a real cat like this. Oh, right. Cats. Wait, cats? My eyes flew open. Oh, CG. Ah, you're up. What's going on? I was lying down. My head was in Shiraishi's lap. It seemed like he was petting my hair. Oh my gosh. That is so freaking creepy. His face. Wow. Having trouble absorbing the situation? Basically, you chugged my drink and passed out. It didn't seem like any sudden onset illness. I guess you were just tired. You slept like a log. I'm sorry. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It was a great chance to observe you sleep. So you're observing me even now? That's weird. Why'd they put the quote at the end of observing? I'm just being picky. Did it feel good to have someone pet your hair? You had a teeny little smile on your face. You just imagined that. I'm very sorry that I caused you trouble. I'm fine now, thank you. Uh-huh. You shouldn't get up just yet. Hold still. But on the surface, that seemed like a kind offer. But leaving myself in Shiraishi's care? If I need help, I'll ask Sakuragawa or Mukai to walk me home. Mukai is long gone. The other woman took her home. She had a bad habit of glomping. Glomping? What does that mean? Onto anyone she sees when she's drunk, you know? What is glomping? I'd have to look that up after this. It didn't seem like she was drunk, but I guess she just hides it well. With neither of my two lifelines present, it got that much harder to turn his offer down. But I said all those insulting things about him, not knowing he was there. I can't face him. Here, let me tell you something funny. That other woman tried to take you with her. She tried to open the top button of your shirt to let you breathe, so I said I'd take you instead. If I hadn't stepped up and stopped her, she might have seen your collar. I gulped. Shiraishi stared down at me, smiling widely. Mukai really didn't like that idea and said so. So I asked her if she really wanted to see the mark I'd left on your neck that badly. After that, both of them left quietly. Oh my god, Shiraishi. Wow. The what? You left where? I couldn't come up with anything else off the top of my head. I think that was a pretty clever one. He's lying. He has to be. Someone as quick-witted and glib, what's glib, as he is, could come up with a dozen bland excuses easily. Now you're sulking. You really do hate me, don't you? Shiraishi, taxi's here.
Aw, your ride has arrived. That's too bad. Can you stand?
I'm fine.
I felt wobbly, but I stood up. I know he could have come up with a better way to deflect attention from my caller. But that doesn't change the fact that he helped. Acknowledging that was a bitter pill, but I swallowed it. Turning to him, I bowed. Thank you for your help. Shiraishi? Sorry. I didn't expect you to thank me. You caught me off guard. So that's how it goes. Interesting. Huh? Nothing. Anyways, shall we go? Interesting. So he made the girls believe that he put a hickey on her neck. Lovely. Wow. I was half afraid that he would needle me again as we got into the taxi, but he didn't. Instead, it looked like he was mulling something over. The whole trip back to my place passed in silence. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Good night. I watched the taxi carrying him drive off, letting a long sigh of relief escape as it vanished from sight. Do I really have to see him tomorrow? Feeling miserable, I opened my front door and shuffled inside. I am going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!